Hey guys, Photog Nord here. I'm out in the lovely Roskilde. The sun has come out today. I'm by the water, by the fjord. It's a perfect day to do a lens review. I want to do a review of my 35mm Canon EF. It's the 2.0 aperture with IS. It's a lens that I have had for a year, a little bit more. I've used it quite a lot, and I want to tell you about the pros and cons. First, a pro, which is the form factor, the look, the how it actually sits on the camera. So I have a medium-sized DSLR body here, and as you can see, it looks amazing on it. It has perfect balance. It's not too long. It's short and stubby. I like short and stubby, so you don't bang it into doors, and gives you some great balance for handheld shots. Also a lot of space for gripping, having a tight, good grip here. It's made of plastic, so it's a plasticky lens, not weather sealed or anything, but so's my camera, not weather sealed, so they go fine hand in hand together. The images are really sharp. There's no complaint there. I usually shoot this at f2, the widest aperture, and they are sharp. It's optical. Optical quality is perfect. There's nothing to say about that, and I'm sure it gets even sharper when you narrow down the aperture. But at f2, it's perfectly sharp. It doesn't really have like that's one thing to know. It doesn't really have soul or particular look or some softness or characteristics of a. You may have a lens at home that has certain characteristics that you say, wow, these imperfections, these charms is what I'm going for this shoot. I think this is very much a one-to-one representation. It's got that clean, razor sharp digital look. So I guess your raw file is ready to be manipulated the hell out when you come home to your computer, adding the filters you want or adding sharpness. So it's very clinical. It's clinical precision, and that is what some people prefer. I can use it because I use the typically the filter presets or the film stock presets in Lightroom. So I will just take this razor sharp image and add some grain and some other colors, and then out in the end will come something looking like a film or organic picture, and I think the sharpness helps here. If you start with an unsharp image and then add those things, then it becomes even more unsharp. But when you start with a very sharp image and then you add sort of a preset that ruins the sharpness, then it's still quite sharp. Yeah, so it's got the internal image stabilization, which is probably very cool, at least for videographers. I wish my camera had video features, or that I had a camera with video features, so I could try and test out how it is handheld. Which would also perhaps, if on a crop sensor camera, it would be the focal length equivalent of 55mm, which would be absolutely perfect. They do have some full frame cameras that can crop 1.5, 1.6, and then I guess if you had this 35, then if you went traveling, you would both have a 35 and a 55mm lens in the same one with image stabilization. I think that's pretty neat. The lens itself is quite expensive, so think about it before you buy it. I think it's glass that will last a lifetime. It sort of seems to be built for high resolution cameras due to the optical perfection. I say perfection, of course it's not perfection. I'm not a pixel peeper, but I can see compared to my other lenses that it's quite sharp. The sharpness might also be due to autofocus, because I'm a terrible manual focuser, and I have manual focus lenses. So when I get something almost sharp, I'm a really happy camper. But so this one, it's like every time RoboCop precision. It's like point and shoot, gives you sharp images with autofocus. Yeah, so all in all, I think this has been a great buy. One thing I don't like about it is that it has the perfect form factor now, but if you want to protect your glass and screw on a UV filter or something like that, then it becomes a little bit longer. And then if you want to add a lens hood, it becomes even longer. It sort of ruins the look and feel and the form factor of the lens. It's also very shiny and good looking, and that's a good thing, I guess. But I also want it to look a bit worn and beat up and stuff. So I'll probably cover some of these white text with some gaffer's tape, and then I'll buy one of these cheap metal screw-in lens hoods, like 1 centimeter, just to protect the glass. And I'll sand it, some sandpaper, making it look a bit worn, just not to attract too many people who would want to steal my camera and my lens. I guess that's the downside about running around with your DSLR in shady environments. But yeah. Perhaps it's just paranoia. Nobody has ever tried to steal anything from me. Yeah. Not even my virginity. Horrible joke. Alright, so it's perfect. It's perfect on a DSLR body. I think you should go buy it if you want one, or find one used, perhaps. It will last you a lifetime. It's a focal length that can be used for almost everything. I've been out shooting just to give you some test examples today, just to show you the sharpness. And I'll just take a picture of my high-tech, very pro film setup here. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the scenery on the film, and I can't wait to go home and upload this to YouTube, because it's been a while since I've uploaded anything. If you have any questions about the lens, please write me below. Give me some feedback if you think there's something I could improve with my videos. Yeah, but take care, guys. It is good seeing you again. Bye. I could imagine that these blizzards, at some point they all get up and they start running in one direction, and it looks totally crazy. I was actually hoping for a shot like that. Perhaps I can provoke it. Give me a sec. I'll just take a rock. No, they don't care. Yeah, just in case you want to get a good look at how it really looks, the lens. Here it is. So it looks on the camera.